Cincinnati Bengals taking on Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his third season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. A good start. One play, 10 yards. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now it's Burrow. And Graham's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Burrow on play action. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man downfield is Ridley. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 76 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The numbers for Mixon last week: 21 carries, 113 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Being chased out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Arnold Ebiketie in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries, 94 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Falcons at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there, about to break a big one.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. It's Graham again with a catch, just like the last play. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Mixon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Now Burrow on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football. Bears. He's got a man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another 1st down run right there.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their... So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. They'll run it with Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Damian Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
First down. Here's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 26, check 26.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. John Ross, 77 yards, and the Falcons are in for 6.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Burrow. The connection made. It's Graham.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A tackle by D'Angelo Malone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
On the out route, this ball complete to Graham.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Running the counter, Patterson.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Mixon will try the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow, quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Burrow.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little work to
Kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And here now come the Falcons. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing, Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Burrow.
He completes it to Boyd.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, a couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Falcons, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.